Hello students, welcome to the maths class. Today I am going to explain exercise 6th J. In this exercise you are going to study application of matrices to the solution of linear equations. Means how can you solve linear equations by using matrix method. It is also called Martin's rule. Now in last video I told you how to find inverses of square matrices by elementary operations. In this video, how can we solve linear equations? One system of linear equations will be given. Here you see, suppose that you are having 2x plus 5y equals 3 and x plus 2y equals 6. Suppose that this system of linear equation you are having. So for coefficients of x and y, you make one matrix. A equals 2 1. 2 is the coefficient of x in first equation, 1 is the coefficient of x in second equation, 5 2 5 2. So this is the matrix made by the coefficients of x and y in the given equations. Next, one matrix you make of variables x, y, two variables are there, and one matrix you make of constant terms 3 and 6. 3 6. These are the constant terms. So one more time I am telling to you, whatever system of equations is given, with the help of that system you make one matrix of the coefficients. You can take that matrix as A, coefficients of x, y. If two equations are there, then coefficients of x and y you have to take and you have to make the matrix. If three equations are there, three equations in three variables x, y and z, then you will make coefficient matrix of order 3 by 3. One variable matrix, in this case x, y are the variables. If three equations are there, then x, y, z you will take. And one constant matrix, means constant terms you will take and you will make one matrix. This matrix, variable matrix, you can take as x, and this constant matrix you can take as b. So it will become ax equals b. Ax equals b, like this. So A is the matrix made by the coefficients of x and y. X is the variable matrix and B is the matrix made by the constant terms. So one more thing you have to remember. In this case, constant terms you have to take always in RHS. Constant terms you take in RHS, then you make the matrices. And many methods you have done in class 9 to solve linear equations. Substitution method, cross multiplication method, such type of methods were there. But here in class 12th you are going to study the method to solve the linear equations by matrices. So how to solve that method? Before explaining that method, first you see here, you can see, recall that equations having one or more solutions are called consistent equations. Means in class 9th also it was told to you, if two equations are given, I am not talking about three equations, I will talk later about three equations. If two equations are given, so they may have unique solutions, they may have infinitely many solution, and they may have no solution. So if unique solution or infinitely many solutions are there, in that case you can say the given system of linear equations is consistent. One more time I am telling to you, if given system has a unique solution or infinitely many solutions, then you can say the given system of linear equations is consistent. If given system of linear equations has no solution, then in that case you will say given system is inconsistent. Now here, how can we recognize the given system is consistent or inconsistent? If determinant A is not equal to 0. Determinant A. What is this A? I told you just before. A is the matrix made by the coefficients of x and y. If three equations are there, so made by the coefficients of x, y and z. So its determinant you find, if it is not coming, if it is not equal to 0, then system is consistent and has unique solution. And if it is 0, then system has either no solution or infinite number of solution, or you can say infinitely many solutions. So in that case, what will we do? If determinant A is not equal to 0, then easily you can write Ax equals B, then x equals A inverse B. If determinant A is not equal to 0, then Ax equals B and x equals A inverse B. You can write. And x means x, y, z if three equations are there. A inverse whatever you will find. And B is the matrix of constants. So x, y, z like this it will come. X, Y, Z, and suppose here it is coming 2, 3, 4, 1, 0, 2, 1, 1, 3. Suppose that A inverse and coefficient 2, 3, 9. Suppose that it is coming. After multiplication you will get one matrix. Suppose that you are getting whatever you are getting. So it will be X, Y, Z. Suppose you are getting 2, 3, minus 5. Such type of 3 by 1 matrix you will get. Then you make the comparison, x equals 2, y equals 3, z equals minus 5. In what case I am telling to you? When determinant A is not equal to 0. Then x equals A inverse B. You will write. Okay. Now when determinant A is equal to 0. Determinant A is equal to 0. What will you do in this case? In this case, you will find adjoint A into B. How to find adjoint A? In last videos I told you. In last, I think on second, third video I told you adjoint A how to find. So you find adjoint A and multiply this adjoint A by the constant matrix B. And if this adjoint A into B is equal to 0, then system has no solution. System has no solution and therefore it is inconsistent system. And if adjoint A into B is not equal to 0, then system is consistent. In this case I told you, if determinant A is equal to 0, then two cases will be there. System may be consistent, system may be inconsistent. When it will be consistent, when it will be inconsistent, I am telling to you. If adjoint A into B is not equal to 0, then system is inconsistent, means no solution. If adjoint A into B is equal to 0, then system is consistent and has infinitely many solutions. So here flowchart is there. You can see this flowchart. They are giving Ax equals B after making this matrix, means after converting the given system in matrix form. Then determinant A you have to find. Determinant A is not equal to 0. So A is non-singular, means unique solution and system is consistent. If determinant A is equal to 0, then A is singular matrix, no solution or infinitely many solutions. So in this case, what will you do? You will find adjoint A into B. Adjoint A into B equals is not equal to 0, no solution, inconsistent system. If it is equal to 0, then infinitely many solutions and it is consistent system. In this case, you can say equations are dependent equations. Now one more thing is there in this special case. If constant matrix, means if in the given equations constant term is 0, then matrix made by the constant, it will be 0, 0, 0. Matrix made by the constants you take in RHS, which I told you, you have to take constants in RHS. So with the help of those constants, if you are making matrix and if it is 0 0 0 means all constants are 0, in every equation constant term is 0, then in that case, and determinant A is not equal to 0, then x equals y equals z equals 0 directly you can write, and we say this system has trivial solution. We say that this system has trivial solutions, and if determinant A is not equal to 0, then system has infinitely many solutions directly you can say. Now some examples I am taking so that you can understand what I am telling to you. You can see this example. Type 1, when coefficient matrix A is non-singular. Non-singular means determinant A is not equal to 0. So here you can see two equations are given only. So with the help of two equations, you can make coefficient matrix 4, 3. Coefficient of x 4, 3, minus 3, 7, minus 3, 7. With the sign you have to take. Then variable matrix xy, and then constant matrix. Constants are already in RHS. It is given in the question, already constants are in RHS. So 11 minus 1. So this is matrix form of the given system of linear equations in two variables. So first matrix you can take coefficient matrix as A, variable matrix as capital X, and constant matrix as B. So determinant A you find before writing x equals A inverse B. First you find determinant A. Determinant A you are finding. So it is coming 37 is not equal to 0. It means that A is a non-singular matrix. So it means that you can write x equals A inverse B. Now you write x equals A inverse B. You can see here x equals A inverse B. Now first of all A inverse you find. A inverse, I told you how to find A inverse in last videos. So in last some videos were there connected to this chapter. So A inverse adjoint A upon A, adjoint A upon determinant A. So determinant A is 37, so 1 upon 37. Adjoint A, you can interchange the elements of uh, this principal diagonal. 7 4 4 7 was there, 7 4, and now change the sign of other elements you have changed because it is a 2 by 2 matrix. So after finding this you divide each element by 37, so it is coming A inverse. So now you can put value of A inverse here. Here you can put here A inverse what you have found, and B also you can put. So you are writing here, you can see x comma y A inverse this one and B is this one. You multiply 7 upon 37 multiplied by 11, 3 upon 37 multiplied by minus 1. So it is coming 77 upon 37 minus 3 upon 37. In the same way 33 upon minus 33 upon 37 minus 4 upon 37. 74 upon 37 2 minus 37 upon 37 minus 1. When you compare, you can see like this, you can compare x y. So x equals 2 and y equals minus 1. So like this you can solve. One more example I am taking so that you can understand well. You can see here now three equations are given. Here in this question, in this example 101, A is given. A inverse you have to find. First of all you have to find A inverse. A inverse you can find as in previous exercise in 6th H you found by using the formula A inverse equals 1 upon determinant A into adjoint A. And after finding A inverse, solve the given system of equations, it is said. So A is given, determinant A you find, determinant A is 24. It is coming 24. It means that it is not equal to 0. A inverse exists. So adjoint A method I told you. You find adjoint A. After finding adjoint A, this is A11, 7, 1, 5, 4, 4, minus 4, 5, 11, 7. So like this it is coming adjoint A. You can see this is adjoint A. 7 1 5 4 4 minus 4 5 11 7. So A inverse will be 1 upon determinant A into adjoint A. It is coming 1 upon determinant A into adjoint A. So first part is over. You have found A inverse. Now you have to solve the given system of equation. So in second part, as I told you, first of all, three matrices you make. One matrix of coefficients, one matrix of variables, and one matrix of constants. So when you make with the help of this system 3 2 minus 1, this is 3 2 minus 1, minus 2 1 2 minus 2 1 2, and 1 minus 3 1 1 minus 3 1, and you can see this matrix of coefficient is matching with the given matrix A. You see, same matrix is given, so it means that you can say this coefficient matrix is A, this coefficient matrix, and this variable matrix x y z, and this constant matrix B you will take 2 minus 5 6. So Ax equals B. So x will be A inverse B. Why x will be A inverse B? Because A inverse already you have found. So x you can write A inverse B. So value of A inverse, this one 1 upon 24 7 1 5 4 4 minus 4 5 11 7, and value of matrix B 2 2 minus 5 6. Now you multiply. When you multiply, so you can see this is the multiplication. It is coming 1 upon 24 24 48 72. Now each term divide by 24, so you will get 1 2 3. So now you make the comparison. You can see x equals 1, y equals 2, and z equals 3. So like this you can solve the system of linear equations, given system of linear equations. If two equations are there, then also you can solve. You can find the value of x and y. If three equations are there, so you can find the values of x, y, and z by using matrix method. Some more examples are there. You can see. Now here in this example, test for consistency of system of equations. Here first of all you have to test the consistency, means given system of equations is consistent or not. So system is consistent. First of all you make coefficient matrix A, variable matrix X, and constant matrix B. Now I told you to check the consistency. First you will find determinant A. Determinant A you are finding, and it is coming 0. So it means that system may be consistent or system may be inconsistent. If it is not equal to 0, then exactly you can say system is consistent. But it is equal to 0. So two cases are there. It may be consistent and it may be inconsistent. When it will be consistent? If adjoint A into B is equal to 0, then it will be consistent. If adjoint A into B is not equal to 0, it will be inconsistent. So you find in this case adjoint A into B. So you can see, to check we find adjoint A into B. Adjoint A is coming this one, minus 36 minus 36 18, 36 36 minus 18 minus 18 minus 18 9. Now adjoint A into B you are multiplying, and it is not equal to 0. Minus 126 minus 126 and 63. Every element should be 0. If adjoint A into B is equal to 0, then every element will be 0. Here no element is 0. It means that adjoint A into B is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, system is inconsistent and system does not have any solution. So you can see they are writing, since determinant A is equal to 0, adjoint A into B is not equal to 0. Both the conditions you will write. Determinant A is equal to 0 and adjoint A into B is not equal to 0. Given system has no solution and therefore it is inconsistent. Next example, you can see here also test for consistency and solve the equations. So three equations are given, three matrices you make. You can see here, given system of equations can be written as in matrix form Ax equals B. A means coefficients matrix, B variable matrix, and x variable matrix and b constant matrix, a x b. Now determinant a, you find determinant a is coming 0, again it is 0, so two cases will be there. So adjoint a into b you find, you can check adjoint a into b, check adjoint a, you are finding it is coming it is coming 256 minus 16 minus 176 minus 16 111 minus 176 11 121. Now you are multiplying this adjoint a by b, so you are getting 0 0 0. 0 0 means it is 0. Adjoint a into b is equal to 0. Now determinant a is equal to 0 and adjoint a into b is equal to 0. So system is consistent and has infinitely many solutions. Now those solutions how can we find? For this, students, you listen carefully and you uh, pay attention here. To find infinitely many solutions, what you will do, you can take variable z or variable xy also you can take, but for convenience you take variable z k, and this variable z k you and solve any two equations, means in any two equations z equals k you put. So in they are putting in, wait, they are putting in first first and second, they are putting the values in first and second equation. So in first and second equation they are putting the value, here you can see 5x plus 3y plus 7k equals 4. In place of z they are putting k. So 5x plus 3y 4 minus 7k, 3x plus 26y plus 2k equals 9, 3x plus 26y equals 9 minus 2k. So you pay attention here, in first and second equation they are putting z equals k and they are finding, they are making two equations in x and y. So these are the two equations, first and second. Now they are solving these equations. So after solving, x is coming by elimination method, you can solve by elimination method, by substitution method. 1 upon 11 7 minus 16k, y equals 1 upon 11 k plus 3. So as you were solving these equation in class 9th, in the same way you solve, and z equals k. So you are finding, one more time I am telling, x equals 1 upon 11 into 7 minus 16k, y equals 1 upon 11 into k plus 3, z equals k you have put. So three values of x, y, z in terms of k you are finding. Now we will check these values are correct or not. These values of x, y and z you put in third equation which was remaining. So in third equation you are putting, it was the third equation, 7x plus 2y plus 10z equals 5. So 7 into value of x 1 upon 11, 7 into 1 upon 11 into 7 minus 16k plus 2 into value of y 1 upon 11 into k plus 3 plus 10k value of z equals 5. Now you solve, simplify it. After simplification you are getting 55 equals 55, which is true. So it means that these three values of x, y and z which are in terms of k, they are satisfying third equation. So it means that these are the values, x equals 1 upon 11 into 7 minus 16k, y equals 1 upon 11 into k plus 3, z equals k. These are the required values of x, y and z where k is any real number. Means if you put for different values of k, different values of x, y and z you will get. So, and you can put infinite values of k, 1 2 3 minus 1 minus 5 minus 6, like this infinite values of k you can put. So infinite values of x, y and z you will get. So that's why we say that this is a infinite number of solutions. This system gives the infinite number of solutions. So like this, students, I hope you have understood what I told you, all the examples you have understood, all the points which I told you. It is very easy topic. One time you start the topic, you listen carefully this video, you try to understand this video. After getting this video, you will be able to solve all the questions of exercise 6th j. For doubts, I will always with you, then you can ask any doubt. So thank you and have a good day.